Hello, everybody. I'll be speaking about loneliness in today's video. This is a very big topic that doesn't just influence one country, but I want to say it influences pretty much worldwide in many different ways, shapes, and forms that I feel like people can relate to. And in my personal opinion, I think some of the main contributions towards this is I want to say online, social media, particularly, is the main source. And I want to say a lot of it could also be contributed just because of the fact of inflation. It's really hard to survive in today's day and age with people living check to check and things like that because, you have to get a roof over your head. You need food in your stomach, man. And you know what? That's understandable. But I guess there could be ways to balance that out. But hopefully it does get better, you know. But back on the topic, I'll be speaking about social media first. And the thing is, with social media, even though we have more ways to connect more than ever, the loneliness rates continue to climb in many societies and many countries. And the thing is that it creates this social media paradox where platforms are usually designed for us to connect, actually may contribute to the feelings of disconnection. And usually the thing is that with social media and having interactions on social media, it lacks that emotional depth and a richness in off in person connections, I would say. Like when you text somebody, or maybe a brief interaction, or maybe in general, I feel like texting is just it doesn't show a connection. I feel like an in person connection shows so much more, and it shows so much more than any type of FaceTime, regular call, message, or anything like that. In person is just it shows so much more if you understand what I mean. It's kind of hard for myself to explain it. I feel like, but if you understand what I'm saying, then I guess you understand what I'm saying. I mean, if you have any questions, just let me know, but in the comments. But yeah, but it also collects our attention span, and this is really really bad in my opinion, because our attention span literally leads whatever we consume the most is what we're the best at, if you think about it that way. And the thing is that these companies have learned, has hired so many different types of engineers, psychologists to see what ways can they transform their social media app so they could capture our attention. So the longer we are on there as consumers, the more money they get in general, which helps them. They do not care. A lot of these companies do not care about regular human beings. They don't. All they do is care about money, and that's just usually how it is at the end of the day, right? And a big reason for a lot of us just even using social media is usually just about the fear of missing out, or I usually like to call it FOMO, just a nice little abbreviation. I'll put fear of missing out. But the thing is that seeing other social activities can really just make people feel isolated, or might create anxiety about missing other people experiences to see what they're doing. And the thing is that with me personally, I just couldn't care less. I feel like I could just hit him up and be like, "Yo, what you been up to?" You know what I'm saying? And maybe I could text him. Or I'll see him in person. I'll be like, "Yo, what have you been up to?" Things like that. I feel like everybody has something else going on their own lives. You know what I'm saying? They can't be looking at every single person's life just to be looking on Instagram, see what they're doing. I feel like we need to put. If you're doing that, in my opinion, at least, I think you should be putting more attention towards your own life. And if you're doing a business, then that's a whole entire different conversation. If you're doing a business, I have no arguments against you. Okay, I do want to say that. But the thing is that social media is just designed overall to trigger dopamine releases through likes, comments, notifications, or just videos, shorts, reels. And the thing is that this pattern creates rewards similar to an addiction, where they seek validations through digital interactions rather through more fulfilling in-person connections, right? Or something in real life that you could actually achieve that's could benefit you in a way bigger way throughout your life. And the thing is that finding balance, in my opinion, is the biggest way people could do this. I would probably say, use social media with a purpose rather than just default scrolling. If you have a friend that you want to say what's up to, then go text them. Leave your notifications on just for your messages. Don't look at social media for anything else. Just look at it for your messages. And I mean, if you want to look on there for to see what maybe a few for what their few friends are doing, then go ahead. But limit how many times a day you go on. I'd probably say once, twice a day. And then if you don't like that, then just try not to go on it at all. I mean, I try not to go on it at all. I probably go on it once a day, to see what my friends if they send a notification, I'll get it, and then that's the only thing I'll really check it for. But I mean, Also, try to prioritize like meaningful connections over that passive consumption, man. Because, dude, your attention span is so important, man. And I'm gonna make a video about attention span. In my opinion, it's like so important because what you feed your attention to passively, just like it, all that energy, what you focus on, really helps you improve at it. No matter how bad you are at a skill, you could improve at it if you keep putting time and attention towards it. Like, look at all the scientists in the past, all the famous people in the past, or maybe people in the past that haven't been good at something, but they dedicated so much time to it, man. They became so good at it, man. It really shows that like we're really capable of anything we put our minds to. And companies have figured this out that if you passively put it in a way where it has an addicting cycle from like a psychology standpoint, it could really hold your attention in. And I feel like attention is a very good, very huge thing towards anybody's life. And I would say is take some digital boundaries, you know, like set time limits and have some tech free zones. Like a simple method is maybe like putting your phone in another room, put it in a lockbox, and give the key to somebody else or just leave it somewhere else, you know, so you can focus on what you really need to do at the time. And making face-to-face interactions and make that a priority, you know. I feel like making face-to-face interaction with your friends, families, cousins, whoever, you know, even if you walk by a random stranger, you just give them a compliment, man, bro, because you never know, that can make somebody's day, you know. And be aware of the mindful consumption towards social media that you're using towards different platforms and content, you know. And honestly, I don't mean to bash social media, but social media, it's in itself, like fundamentally, it isn't inherently harmful, but the way we use it determines the impacts on our sense of connection, I would say. And by approaching these platforms mindfully, we could potentially harness their benefits while minimalizing their contribution to loneliness in itself. And man, also, I really want to speak about, man, aside from social media, is just people working hard out there, man, living check that check, man, and they're just trying to have a roof over their heads, foods in their stomach, you know, have some water for showers or just to wash their hands, man. Like, I mean, it's pretty tough, like, living check to check, man. I really hope, like, governments across the world really do something to improve it, you know. People recently, yeah, I don't know if you have heard, but the Spain and Portugal blackout where people just didn't have electricity, people couldn't work, people couldn't do anything, man. Like, and in the day of like digital age, man, things like that happening could really change a lot, man. So hopefully, dude, like for anybody out there just working hard, man, living check to check, man, my heart goes out to you, man. And I want to say, dude, to just keep pushing, man, but try to look for ways, man, to just make yourself money, but like do it with things that you like or what you have experience in. You know, try to freelance. You know, try out different things, man. Don't be afraid, but make sure you always keep doing what you gotta do in order to live, man. And just try to be a little more social at times. You know, like wherever you try to go out, even if your job's going out somewhere, try to just have a quick little small talk. You know, things like that, just to make your mood and just make the day-to-day life better, man. And that goes for anybody out there, dude. And I just want to say, man, just trying to go out to communities now or just try to interact with random people, man. It really helps, man. And thank you so far if you came this far at the end of the video. If you came this far at the end of the video, right, doggo. And that'll be the end of it. If anything, I actually want to know your thoughts about loneliness and what are your thoughts on it, and what's your experience with it overall, and no matter where you are in the world, just tell me your thoughts on it, you know, the culture, things like that. You know, I'm pretty interested in myself. I do want to travel soon, but yeah. And until next time, you guys have a great morning, great evening, great night, wherever you are in the world. Peace.